If you're an Isekai harem or romantic comedy fan, then you definitely can't miss Tales of Wedding Rings, which will be streaming in January 2024 on Crunchyroll. This story is about an Isekai adventure of Sato with 5 princesses and 5 rings. As long as Sato can remember, he has been in love with his best friend Hime, so when Sato finds out that she's going back home to get married, he decides to follow her and crash her wedding. Everything is going well, until a kiss from Hime grants Sato immense magical power, making him the new groom instead of the prince who was originally destined to be the hero. To restore full power, Sato needs to marry another 4 princesses to claim the rings and save the world. The DanDaDan manga has captured a great amount of attention, and the upcoming anime adaptation is highly anticipated as the mangaka worked on Chainsaw Man. This anime will be produced by Science Salu. I believe many fans like me can't wait to see it. Though it has been scheduled for 2024, there is no fixed day as of yet. The story is about a young, hot-tempered girl, Momo Ayase, who believes that spirits and ghosts are real, and a nerdy boy, Ken Takakura, who firmly believes that UFOs and aliens exist. When the two meet by chance, their differing opinions clash as the two headstrong teens bet to see which one of them is more correct. One abduction and possession later, the two find common ground in their shared experiences with the paranormal, though that's only the beginning of their budding relationship. Ghosts, monsters, aliens, romance, missing genitals, and much more stand in their way in their future. Their universe will never be the same. Big fan of Pacific Rim or Godzilla? Well, Crunchyroll has the anime for you. Kaiju No.8. When the manga began in 2020, it quickly escalated the ranks and received high praise for its unique premise, well-written characters, and striking artwork. It's no surprise that an anime adaptation was soon on the way afterward and due to air in April 2024. The story is set in the near future of Japan when kaiju attacks are ravaging the world. Kafka Hibino, 32 years old, whose dream is fighting on the front lines on Japan's kaiju defense force. However, now he works in a kaiju cleanup crew. Kafka's life is one of missed opportunities until a freak encounter with a tiny kaiju-like monster climbs down Kafka's throat and enables him to transform into a humanoid kaiju. Now, Kafka must keep his newfound alter ego under wraps, whilst pursuing his childhood dreams of becoming a kaiju fighting hero. Not every anime series pulls its material from manga or light novels, and this includes Metallic Rouge, a completely original story that follows a world of androids with murderous intent, due to be aired on January 10th, right after our Christmas blues. If you haven't had the opportunity to check out this anime, here's how the production house Studio Bones described Metallic Rouge: a world where humans and androids coexist. An android girl, Rouge, along with her buddy Naomi, are on a mission to Mars. It is the murder of 9 artificial humans who are hostile to the government. The story of the battle of the android girl Rouge begins. From the 3 exciting trailers we've been given so far, I am very intrigued to check this series out. Dead Demons Dededede Destruction is a strange, seinen slice of life manga by Inyo Asano, author of Goodnight Punpun. It is also the first full-fledged anime adaptation, which is long overdue. Announced to be released as 2 movies, with the first part coming out in March 2024. This is high on my bucket list since everything from this mangaka is critically acclaimed. The story follows the lives of 5 high school girls, focusing mainly on the geeky Kodode Kiyoyama and the eccentric humanity avoider Orlan Nakagawa, as they live in a world under the shadow of an alien invasion. The invaders sparked a war which the Japanese government are scrambling to fight. As the girls grow up, they come to learn the real threat to humanity is not the invaders, but humanity itself. The story also combines dark comedy and social commentary on the internet's effect of today's youth. Don't sleep on this anime, you won't regret it. Unlike other anime adaptations, Solo Leveling is an incredibly popular South Korean webcomic, which is set in a version of a world where superpowered hunters are dispatched to tackle hordes of monsters that have begun appearing all over the globe. The anime will be officially launching on January 6th. This is an isekai action anime where a select number of people are given special abilities and tasked with fighting evil creatures from another dimension. The story focuses on Sun Jin-woo, a 24-year-old E-rank hunter who is mockingly called the world's weakest hunter. During a fateful mission, Sun Jin-woo is nearly killed, but wakes up with an offer to make him a player. From then on, he trains to shake off his reputation as the weakest hunter in the world, with the story using classic video game tropes to introduce new obstacles and characters along the way. Bartender Glass of Gods is an anime that focuses on a genius bartender who uses his talents to ease the worries and soothe the souls of troubled customers. This is a seinen that will air from April and be produced by Toho Animation. If you're looking for an easygoing human drama, then this is a show you might want to check out. The story follows the nightlife of Sasakura, a bartending prodigy who is said to mix the best cocktails anyone has ever tasted. Sasakura bides his time in his bar, hidden in the nook of the Ginza district in downtown Tokyo. Over the course of the series, various figures of high and low stature, all of who share unusual troubles and heavy burdens, are invited in and are treated to Sasakura's fine drinks, which, with the guidance of the young bartender, leads the customers to reflect on their lives and decide on a course of action to tackle their problems. Fantasy manga Sengoku Youku's anime adaptation is scheduled to air on January 11th with 3 cores, including the first arc of World Reform Siblings and the next arc of Thousand Demons Chaos. The world is divided into 2 factions, human and monsters, called Katawala. Despite being a Katawala, Tama loves humans and vows to protect them from evil, even if it means fighting her own kind. Her brother Jinka, however, hates humans, despite mostly being one. The siblings are joined by a cowardly swordsman named Shinsuke, who wants to learn how to become strong. When the group uncovers a plot to experiment on humans and transform them into monsters, they vow to defeat whoever is behind it, even if it means battling an entire army of warriors. Suicide Squad Isekai is a 2024 superhero anime based on the titular team of anti-heroes from DC Comics. It is animated by Studio Whip, known for creating Attack on Titan. Also, it's directed by Eli Osada, known for Jujutsu Kaisen, and written by Tapai Nagasuki, who's also known for RE0 and Vivi Florette's Eye Song. The series is set to premiere sometime in 2024, but we're not quite sure when yet. The series follows Task Force X, comprised of Clayface, Deadshot, Peacemaker, King Shark, and of course, Harley Quinn, as they are sent by Amanda Waller into a strange and fantastical other world full of magic and monsters. Now the team only has 60 hours to complete their missions, or lose their heads. One of the hottest animes from 2023 was Oshi no Ko. The first season won over fans thanks to an epic feature-length pilot episode, which ended with one of the greatest twists in anime history. So far, we don't have a formal release date for Season 2 yet, but it's expected to land in 2024. Oshi no Ko Season 2 is poised to delve into the intriguing stage play arc from the manga, seamlessly picking up where the first season left off. Viewers can anticipate Aqua's entrance into the La La Live theatrical company as he embarks on a quest to unearth information about Ai's lover and suspected killer. The theatrical setting promises to add layers of complexity to the storyline, weaving a captivating tapestry of mystery and drama. From the incredibly popular and extremely well animated series from Ufotable, Demon Slayer returns. Season 4 will cover the fan favourite Hashira training arc, which is the last part of the story before the final arc begins. Set a reminder in your phone for April 2024. In the next installment, Tanjiro goes to see the stone Hashira, Himejima, who intends to prepare him for the battles to come. The training to become a Hashira, which is a high-ranking member of the Demon Slayer Corps, will be intense and demanding. Earning Himejima's approval seems impossible, but Tanjiro won't give up. Meanwhile, the Demon Lord Muzan, along with the new upper rank 4, Nakime, continues to search for the location of Nezuko. It's been 6 years since we've last received a Konosuba mainline season, and it's finally returned. The official release date is still unknown, but what we do know is it's coming in 2024. All the original voice actors are back for the Japanese cast. The English cast is yet to be confirmed. Konosuba is incredibly popular, for it subverts the isekai trope and makes laughs about it instead. In terms of the storyline for Konosuba Season 3, Kazuma has already defeated the Demon King and is now living in a comfortable life with his reward money. However, his luxurious lifestyle catches the attention of the crown, and Princess Irish approaches him for help in capturing the chivalrous thief Chris, who was stolen from the Empire. Unfortunately, the mission goes awry, and Kazuma is left exiled and separated from his friends. To clear his name, he must uncover a wide-ranging conspiracy that involves the royal family. Meanwhile, the upcoming season may also focus on the developing relationships between the characters, which was a central part of the 2019 movie. Avid My Hero Academia fans will know that the series is entering its final phase. Season 6 set up and delivered a set of arcs that resulted in the series' main villain, All For One, breaking free from his prison and gathering an army of diabolical bad guys. But what happens next? My Hero Academia Season 7 will likely pick up where Season 6 left off, with the introduction of USA hero Star and Stripe. From there, the story progresses into the final war arc, which chronicles the ultimate clash between the assembled hero and villain forces, deciding the fate of Japan and quite likely the world. The final war arc is currently ongoing in the manga and has yet to conclude, so it's unknown whether Season 7 will cover the final war arc in full, or it will only adapt a portion, with the rest left to a potential Season 8. Either way, the good news is Season 7 will begin on May 4th. After 2 years, Beastars is confirmed to have its third and final season on Netflix. The exact date for when the anime will be released is still unknown, but it's estimated to air in May. Season 3 is expected to cover the interspecies relations arc and Revenge of the Love Failure arc. For those who haven't watched even an episode of the anime, let me explain a bit. Beastars is set in a world where human-like animals that are divided between carnivores and herbivores. Although there is a wide range of diversity, carnivores and herbivores coexist but largely differ from one another. The story follows Legoshi, a grey wolf enrolled in the prestigious Cherryton Academy. He is often misjudged as some sort of big bad wolf, but actually actually he's quite kind and timid. When a herbivore student is killed in the school, the already intense relations only get worse. Black Butler is a comedy and fantasy anime series that first premiered in October 2008. Since its release, the anime has gathered a massive fan base for its unique and dark storyline. Now, after 10 years, season 4 is coming out and will air in April 2024. It is set to get back on track after season 3's much more manga-faithful adaptation. Crunchyroll will be streaming the new season with the plot of the series as follows. Seal Phantom Hive is the most powerful boy in all of England, but he bears the scars of unspeakable suffering. Forced to watch as his beloved parents were brutally murdered, Seal was subsequently abducted and violently tortured. Desperate to end his suffering, the boy traded his own soul for a chance at vengeance. Casting his lot with the one person on whom he could depend, Sebastian, a demon butler summoned from the very pits of hell. Together they prowl the darkest alleys of London on a mission to snuff out those who would do evil. Mushoku Tensei Season 2 Part 2 is scheduled to release in April 2024 and is expected to be comprised of 12 episodes. This segment will begin adapting the 10th volume of the original light novel series, which primarily focuses on the newlyweds arc. Given the events that transpired in the previous part, the upcoming episodes will see the couple making preparations for their wedding and begin their married life. The new segment is also expected to cover the remaining volumes of the adolescence period, marking its end to pave way for the young man period in Mushoku Tensei Season 3, which will adapt the 13th volume and beyond. A personal favourite of mine is the return of Tower of God, which left us on a brutal cliffhanger at the end of Season 1. Now Season 2 is expected to air in July. The manhwa it is based on has been continuing on in the background and is now up to its 550th chapter, which is an insane amount of content for any series. Tower of God Season 2 will initially show Yuri asking her older sister, Janai Zahad, for help in finding Bam's whereabouts. After that's tied up, Part 2 will officially start with a 6-year time skip, and it'll begin with how Bam has joined the party of Jia Wang Nang, and his attempts to ascend the remaining levels of the Outer Tower with hopes of reuniting with his friends. Whether the anime follows the source material or not, it's still comforting to know that Tower of God Season 2 is in development. I'm especially looking forward to this one. Kicking off in the new year early, the first episode of Classroom of the Elite Season 3 will air on January 3rd. This season will most likely cover volumes 8 to 11 of the novel. Once again, the story begins with a new special test that in this case will take the students to a mountain nearby. This new exam mixed training camp will start by separating boys and girls and then forcing them to create groups. Each will need a leader that will earn double points. However, if the group doesn't pass the exam, they will face getting expelled from the school. This exam will also present a chance for Suzune's brother Manabu to get closer to Ayanokoji, someone the former president has been interested in since their meeting back in Season 1. But in doing so, he might be creating a few new enemies for himself. 6 years have passed since we last saw a season of the dark fantasy anime about Satan's son, but miraculously, Blue Exorcist Season 3 is set to debut on January 6th. It'll cover the volumes of 10 to 15 from the original manga. The second season ended with Rin and his friends successfully defeating the Impure King and saving Kyoto. Rin has also managed to control his blue flames, which are the sign of a demonic heritage, and reconciled with his brother Yukio. The Illuminati saga is set to pick up where the second season left off, exploring a fresh narrative terrain with a new enemy organization, of which will be led by Lucifer, another one of Satan's sons. Whilst the second season took a unique path differing from the manga, this new installment will venture into the gripping 6th major arc. Ready for more laughs in the world of magic and muscles? Mashle Season 2 is going to air on January 6th and will continue the story of Mash Burndead at Eastern Magic Academy with the Divine Visionary Candidate exam arc. For those who don't have a clue of the series, here's the background. A slapstick comedy at its heart, Mashle tells the story of Mash Burndead, boy born into the world of magic without an ounce of power himself. Instead of dwelling on his lack of sorcery, Mash compensates for his shortcomings by becoming very good at punching things. In Season 2, Mash and his friends are ready to take on more challenges at the Eastern Magic Academy. A new group of characters will also be introduced. They are wizards looking to test Mash's mettle to become the next Divine Visionary. The shoujo anime Kimi no Todoke has inspired a legion of fawning fans with its romantic plot. Now, after 12 years of waiting, the world is about to reunite with these beloved characters. The update comes straight from Netflix that this series will make its comeback next year with the original cast returning as well. The story of Kimi no Todoke can be surmised as the sunshine boy attracted to the hidden heart of gold girl. Kimi no Todoke follows a high school wallflower from Hokkaido named Kulonuma Sawako, nicknamed Sadako. She's undeniably beautiful, but her timid personality and inability to convey her feelings make social interactions difficult to navigate. Awkward and shy, Sawako is often misunderstood by her peers, but a nice and popular boy named Kazuhaya Shota befriends her. Is there a catch? Not at all. Shota is just kind and loves to get to know people on a deeper level, regardless of the rumours surrounding them. That Time I Got Reincarnated as a Slime is one of the most successful and influential series in the popular Isekai genre. The third season has been locked in for April 2024, which kicks off with a run of 2 consecutive cours. In the story, corporate worker Mikami Satoru is stabbed by a random killer, and is reborn in an alternate world, reincarnated as a slime. Thrown into this new world with the name Limelu Tempest, and through a mix of his human cunning and natural abilities, the protagonist manages to become one of the most powerful monsters in the world. As a new demon lord, he builds a prosperous kingdom called Tempest, where monsters and other races can coexist in peace. The upcoming season is set to follow Limelu and his friends on the next journey, as they'll have to prepare themselves to face a tough opponent, the leader of the Western Saint Churches. Fans of the old Gundam Seed and Destiny will be happy to hear that a new anime film will be airing in Japan on January 26th. The original Gundam Seed was set in the Cosmic Era, where there is an ongoing war between the natural humans of Earth and the genetically enhanced coordinators living in space colonies. This series was popular enough to warrant a sequel, Mobile Suit Gundam Destiny, where the war is reignited. In doing so, it renewed interest in the franchise and made it more popular than ever. The Seed timeline is one of the most successful Gundam series since the original. It is also one of the few Gundam series to air on Toonami in the 2000s, spreading popularity amongst Americans. It's also resulted in an impressive amount of Gunpla sets, and even a life-size statue of the Freedom Gundam in China. Few Gundam series have ever achieved this amount of international notoriety. I'm super hyped to see the release of this final, which we've been waiting for 15 plus years. If you want to catch up on the hype, all 100 episodes across Seed and Destiny are currently on Crunchyroll. A late addition to this YouTube video is Chainsaw Man. We've just seen on Twitter that they're bringing out a new film. It might be next year, it might be 2025, it should cover the Reza arc, but we just wanted to include it in this video because we didn't want to miss out a really important series that we both love. Sorry we don't have much more information and it's not as polished as, you know, the rest of the video, but we wanted to include it. So thanks for everything, I hope you enjoyed watching, and we'll see you in the next one.